Where is time going? It's moving by very fast, isn't it? For some, even too fast. Can you believe it? We are already in the 8th month of the year. It's just a notification saying that we're going live on Reggae Boys Commentary. Reggae Boys Commentary, good evening. Hello everyone, hope all is doing well. You know your first request of the night is to give me a big thumbs up. That is the big request. Monarch Entertainment, what's with the big eyes about? What happened? It's really great to catch up with everybody. I want to start on this note. Some history was created yesterday in the United Soccer League. 5 Jamaicans, 5 got on the score sheet. A feat that we have never seen in one match day of the USL. Junior Flemings getting his 9th of the season in only his 8th appearance. 4-1 victory for Phoenix Rising FC over LA Galaxy. Then Romario Williams getting a brace for Miami FC in a 2-2 draw against Atlanta United's second team. Niku Daly, Charleston Battery, 3-0 victory over North Carolina FC. He scored 1 goal in that game. Sean McFarlane, 2-2 draw, Austin Bold FC. Who did Austin Bold play? He scored in that game. And finally, Rashawn Dolly scoring for Las Vegas Lights in a 3-1 win over the Seattle Sounders. Thank you very much, One Way. Yeah, FC Tulsa is the team that our good friend scored against Sean McFarlane. 5 Jamaicans, 5 on the score sheet. No other Caribbean country has registered that before. You've had 5 Canadians score in one night. You've had 5 Americans score in one night, but never 5 Jamaicans. That is outstanding, isn't it? If you think that's impressive, then give this video a like. If you think that's impressive. So let's delve a little bit deeper, shall we? The draw for World Cup qualifying was done on Wednesday. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out essentially what the fixture list will be for the Reggae Boys heading into the qualifiers in June next year. So you see, we knew before the draw was made that we would have 14 games, 7 at home, 7 away. When I finish communicating about this topic, then I'll address your comments in the comment section, whatever questions you may have or comments that you have to whatever I say in my preamble, and then I will answer whatever questions you guys have. And afterwards, you can stay tuned to go on Instagram Live. You can follow me on Instagram, simon.preston on Instagram. And for the latest updates on Jamaicans plying their trade overseas in terms of updates, then it is on Twitter, where I tweet SimeyP93. That's SIMEY, the letter P, and the numbers 9 and 3. All right. So without further ado, let's get right into the meat of the matter, and that is regarding World Cup 2022 qualification. So we knew from the outset that Jamaica was going to be playing in the final round of World Cup qualifying. But what would be the gist of World Cup qualifying? What would be the sort of rhythm of things? Well, let's have a look at the fixture list, shall we? Jamaica will open their campaign June 2021 against Mexico. The same month, we'll play either, we're assuming here, Panama or Curacao at home. And then in the same month of June, we're going to go away to play Costa Rica, and we're going to go away to play the United States. Guess what? In our first 6 games, we have 4 on the road. 4 games on the road. Mexico, Costa Rica, the United States, Honduras. We knew, Reggae Boys fans, we knew that regardless of how the fixtures would be structured, we knew we have to go to the Azteca. We know we have to go to either Tegucigalpa or San Pedro Sula. We know we have to go to San Jose. And the United States will probably take us to Columbus in Ohio, or they'll probably take us to Denver, Colorado. We know that from the outset. And I say all of that to say this. I personally have no issue whatsoever with how the fixture list is structured. Think about it. Would you rather have a must-win game at home or away? Where are you most comfortable? At your yard or your brethren yard? Well, I can tell you I'm most comfortable at my yard. My bed is the most comfortable place on the island. I can tell you that as a fact. Yeah, man, hands down. Although I could use a bit more leg room, but yeah, man, that will come with time. Upgrade, isn't it? Yeah, I told you all already, I'm 6'5", so the king size bed for upgrade. But on going back to more pressing issues, I rather get Mexico out of the way early, Costa Rica out of the way early, USA, Honduras out of the way, so that we have those home fixtures, and we're going to see a pileup of them. And I like the fact that our last World Cup qualifier is at home. It's against Honduras, March 2022. I like that idea of ending the campaign at home. We don't know what things are going to be like next year with regards to the virus, but if fans are allowed back, then it's going to be massive for us, absolutely massive. But even if we don't, we still will have our advantage playing at home. You know, opposition teams complain time and time again about the surface at the office and how it's difficult to play on and this and that, and by the time them fall down, them get a cut and this and that, and holy by excuses. These excuses have been going back from the 90s when Casey Keller and Jeff Agus has been talking, yap about the surface and all of those elements. But let me tell you something. We started the final round of World Cup qualifying in 2014 against Mexico at the Azteca. We drew 0-0. A result like that can also be achieved again. It's possible. It's not going to be easy, but a result like that is possible. We can get a point in Honduras. My challenge is getting a point in Costa Rica. Every time we've gone to Costa Rica, we've lost. So we have that to set that record straight. So if you ask me, from those 4 away games, I personally would take 3 points minimum from those 4 away games. There are 14 games we're going to play. What is 14 times 3 for all of you mathematicians? 42. So that's the maximum amount of points that you can get in World Cup qualifying for the final round. If Jamaica can get 25 points in the final round, then they will be guaranteed a spot into Qatar, the World Cup in 2022. Now, what is 25 points? Well, 25 points essentially is 8 wins and 1 draw. 8 wins. Win your home games, steal a win on the road, you get a plucky draw. You might end up losing 1 or 2 on the road, but at the end of the day, 8 wins should be the target. If you get 8 wins, you're on the road to success. 8 wins. That needs to be the target. Aim to win everything on the road, and let's see if we can steal at least 1 win on the road. At least one. But if we get a point, fine. But as I said, in terms of starting the campaign, there will be a degree of anxiety if we don't have at least 5 points from our opening 4 games. Whether it's Panama or Curacao in our first home game, we should be expected to win. So that will be 3 points. Let's say we go to Honduras. Well, Honduras will be our 6th game, right? If we only get 5 points from our opening 6 games, that's going to be pressure. Let's say we get a point at Honduras, 3 points at home. That's 4 right there, right? We get a point at the Azteca, that is 5. It's going to be pressure. So we have to keep the points board ticking in the early stages. Even if it's 1, even if it's a point at Costa Rica, a point at the United States, a point at the Azteca, a point at Tegucigalpa. I don't mind if we start the campaign with 7 points from our opening 6 games. That's the win at home. Win at home against Panama or Curacao, draw Mexico, USA, Honduras away. USA, Mexico, Honduras, Costa Rica. But Costa Rica away is going to be one of our most, if not the most challenging away fixture. Although they're going through a period of transition like Panama, it's still going to be difficult. There's a reason why our record there is so poor, regardless of the quality of sides that we have taken there. So it's really, really going to be a challenge, a real challenge on our part. So let's run through the fixture list one more time, and then I'll take your comments. Okay, here we go. Mexico away, I'll take a point. Jamaica at home, win a C or D. Curacao, Panama. Then yeah, I'll take a win there. So that'll be 4. Costa Rica away. I honestly, at this stage right now, I don't see a point there right now. USA away, I'll take a point. So that's 5 points. Winner of B or E. B or E. The winner of B would likely be Canada or Bermuda. And E winner is likely Haiti or Nicaragua. So let's say that it's going to be Haiti. Yeah, I'll take the 3 points. Although Canada is going to feel like they can get the better of Haiti, but Haiti is coming, man. Haiti is coming, and they're not going to lay up by any means necessary. They're not, honestly. It's not going to be easy. So as I said, Mexico a point. You win at home, that's 4. You get a point at the USA, that's 5. You win at home, you go on to 8. You get a draw in Honduras, you go on 9. Then you play the winner of groups A and F. So remember the first round from A and F? The first round winner will likely be El Salvador, and the winner of F will be Trinidad. Let's say for this mini simulation that it's going to be El Salvador. Then El Salvador, I said 9 points, right? El Salvador away, I think we're capable of 3 points, but I'm going to go with 1. So that's 10, all right? USA at home, our backyard, beat them. We'll go on 13. Mexico at our yard, beat them. We'll go 16. Winner of C and D. So remember earlier, we touched on C and D, and that would be either Panama or Curacao. So let's say it's Panama, all right? We'll go get a draw against Panama. We'll go on 17. We'll be Costa Rica at home, right? We'll go on 20. AF, remember that? El Salvador, Trinidad. We'll go on 23. B, winner versus B or E. Canada or Haiti. Fine. If it's Haiti or if it's Canada, you take a point, you go on 24. You beat Honduras, so yeah, that's 27 points. It might not turn out that way, but I think if the 5 pieces come to the puzzle, then 27 points and top 3 is possible. Like I've said before, if we go in with the squad that we carried to the Gold Cup, I think we'll come 4th. But if we get the necessary injections to the squad, then certainly a top 3 is possible. All right, let's take a look at some of your comments, shall we? Alrighty. Jamaicans king over USL. Yeah. You know, it's interesting the comments that were made, especially by a couple administrators of the JFF about the USL and the quality of the league, comparing it to USL. You can't blame a man if he's going there and if he's going to get $2,000 US a month, sometimes $5,000 US a month, depending on the club, plus a vehicle, plus an apartment. So you can't blame him for that. For me, the quality of the league of the USL, we know about it already. It's not of the greatest quality. But if you want to warrant yourself in national selection and you're playing in the USL, then you have to absolutely dominate. Top score the league, top the assist column, keep clean sheets. If you're a centre half, clean sheets is the name of the game. Pass completion rate. If you're a centre forward, I want you to be up there in the golden boot race. I don't want you to be just a big part player. Not at all. Guys, honestly, I know the English. All right? Because I have English ancestry. So if you want to call me English, then go ahead. But I can tell you, whatever you read in the Mirror or the Sun, do not believe it. Sven was never coming to Jamaica in 2020. He was in the running for the job in 2006, but the wages that he demanded was too much for Kirsten Boxall and company. So that's why they settled on Bora Milutinovic. And Bora has a good track record of giving local players opportunities and molding them up. So that's why the Boxall era decided to go with Milutinovic instead of Sven. But there's no way Sven was coming to Jamaica. Come on, guys, know your sources. You all are football geniuses. You all should know when a source is true or not. Open the article. Do you see any quotes? Do you see any interview? Think, guys, think. Come on, we don't have a brain. Yes, Instagram Live after this. Simon, will there be any call-ups for the international break in a couple of weeks? Well, Roy Simpson says that he's hoping that there will be a local camp in September. So pending government approval, there'll be a local camp in September. As far as international fixtures are concerned, that is still up in the air for the October-November window. Azteca without fans is a huge blow for Mexico. Massive blow. Massive. David Nicholson, only players that should play for Jamaica are maybe Flemings and Lambert in the USL. Flemings, Lambert, Nico Brett. I know Amal Knight is in USL League One, but he's the understudy at this point in time. I don't like to say number 2 or second string keeper. I prefer to say the understudy to Amal Knight, to Andre Blake. So Amal Knight has to be in the mix. I'm very disappointed that Owain Gordon hasn't kicked on from his 2018 performances. Romario Williams. If Romario Williams can get 15 goals this season, then I would put him in the mix. Monarch Entertainment, everything has been laid out perfect for the quest. A buy into the dismal round and also a more difficult teams away first. Yeah. I think we need to make all Jamaicans play only for Jamaica. I don't understand. Simon, we need to start thinking about beating Central American teams in Central America. If we cannot beat the teams in CONCACAF, we're not ready for the rest of the world. We have the ability to go and get a result in Central America. I'm not saying that we should be going to Costa Rica and thinking, okay, guys, let's steal a point. We should be going to every game thinking that we should win. That should be the aim of every single game. However, at the end of the day, if you offer me right now a point from San Jose, Costa Rica, I grab that and put it in my pocket. But I agree with you. We should be learning how to beat these teams. That would be another check mark for us in our development as a footballing nation. We've shown growth and progress. Up to 2005, we only had 2 Caribbean Cups, and now we have 6 Caribbean Cup titles. We've now been to 2 Gold Cup finals. We've been to 3 semifinals in a row. So there's progress where that is concerned. So it's now about on Central American soil. We've beaten Nicaragua on Central American soil, Guatemala, El Salvador. We've drawn with Panama on their patch. We've drawn with Honduras in Honduras. Costa Rica, we need to get a result there. We need to get a result in Costa Rica. We've gotten a draw in El Salvador, winning El Salvador, winning Guatemala, winning Nicaragua. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we need. Alex Reed said Damien is Monarch Entertainment. Well, I'm not sure if he owns the company, if he's part owner of the company, but I know that he has some interest in it. If New Caledonia is a French overseas department and is allowed to compete in World Cup qualifying, why are teams like Martinique, French Guiana, and Guadeloupe unable to participate? Because France still wants to hang on to the talent that comes from those islands. So, and New Caledonia is a special type of department. It's not like Martinique or Guadeloupe and French Guiana. It's not the same sort of department. You have overseas collectivities, you have overseas departments, so it's slightly different where that is concerned. Yeah. Javed Barker, 10 months from now is a long time, a really long time. And although Irving Lozano and Raul Jimenez certainly can put butterflies in our stomach, we don't even know what type of shape or form they're going to be in. Do you expect Suriname to give Canada problems in the first round? I expect them to give problems, yes. Well, regarding Damian Lowe, let's just say that COVID-19 has hampered a lot of clubs, especially in Europe, specifically Belgium, Slovenia, and Italy. So there is a club in particular that hasn't been able to agree to personal terms with Lowe. And that comes down to their financial situation. It's not down to Damian Lowe. The club wants the player, but if he can't afford to pay the player, then what else he can do? He have to move on. He have to find another club, don't it? So don't blame him. He has a family to take care of. He has to take care of his own well-being. He has to watch his body, what he eats. Good things take time. They don't come overnight. So, regarding the club, just don't worry about it. He'll be playing professional football soon. I can guarantee you. Has a USL player ever scored in an international tournament? Meaning for Jamaica? Is it for Jamaica that you're referring to? In a tournament. Gold Cup. I was thinking Romario Williams Gold Cup 2017, but I believe he was still attached to Atlanta at that point. USL teams always get smacked by amateur teams in the US Open Cup. Well, Charleston Battery under Dane Kelly went a real far away. And, if it wasn't for... they pushed Real Salt Lake down to extra time on their home turf in Rio Tinto, Curacao, Panama for the Octagon. Panama in transition, Curacao on the rise. Tough game, tough game. I give the edge to Panama, though. Are MLS teams amateurs? No. Speedy scored for us in the Nations League against Aruba. If Junior Flemings continue, he could possibly get to 20 goals. Yeah. I think he should set a target of 25, to be honest with you, when you include the playoffs. Yeah, I agree regarding Kennard Forbes. I'm not saying that he should be a starter in the national program, but I have no issue whatsoever with him being a squad player in the setup. He can't play back-to-back 90 minutes game at the national level, but I certainly think that he can do a job for half an hour. Game is 0-0. We just need somebody to unlock the opposition, and somebody can play through pass to Shamar Nicholson and company. So there are certain games that that would suit him. Damien Lowe is a producer on the side, I've heard. Okay. Thanks for the update. What happened to Michael Seaton? Michael Seaton is currently playing with Victoria Cologne in the German third tier. He actually has a contract with them until 2021. Settling well, scoring goals. Let him continue and hopefully get the team up to the second tier. And hopefully from there he can make a move to whether to France, Belgium, Switzerland, or even English Championship. Simon, I think Antonio will do well in CONCACAF. He would, but guess what? He doesn't want to play for us. Joseph Desart, decent young player, decent. Do you expect only local players to be able for the first round of qualifying? Jamaica's not in the first round or in the third round. Lozano already. Big Low again, I gotta take him piece by piece. What do you mean again? Oh. Yeah, Lozano has to be locked down. Simon, what do you think what about those 5 pieces? Who are they? Well, I've said it every single week. Every single week. Do you listen to what I say? I've spoken about Calvin Phillips already. I've spoken about Mason Holgate already. I've spoken about Ravel Morrison already. Those 3 individuals of note I've made mention about time and time again. I've spoken also about Angel Maitland-Niles as well. Those are 4 specific individuals I've spoken about, and Ricardo Henning as well, because depth is crucial. Depth is crucial, especially at centre half. Behind Adrian Mariappa and Damien Lowe, who is next? If Michael Hector is playing D mid, who are the options? Tell me. Ladale Ritchie? Renika Clark? Simon, what are the chances you give the Reggae Boys for winning a World Cup in your lifetime? A World Cup game or a World Cup tournament? A World Cup tournament. God's willing, if things fall into place. 26-2. Yeah. Just remember that. Just remember. Did he? He'll be playing in Europe on his live last night. Well, let's hope so. Do you expect Xamacher to accept the Spanish call? Yes, he has accepted the call, in fact. He was even called up 2 years prior, but because of injury, he hasn't made his debut for Spain, but he's not interested to represent the country of his parents' roots. Yeah, I think Max Aarons is still waiting for England. YG6 Thomas, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Gentlemen, can you guys just think and look at the facts before you ask questions? I'm asking you kindly. How much times do I have to repeat myself? Ravel Morrison has his Jamaican passport and his Jamaican driver's license. Okay? The only reason why you did not see him at the Gold Cup was due to personal reasons. Okay? It's not for me to discuss the man's family life. But the man wants to play for Jamaica. If you don't believe me, go and talk to him on Twitter. And no, I'm not giving you his WhatsApp. Simon, you're old enough to remember when they won in 98 France. You're young, man. Yeah, I remember 98. I don't remember the full tournament as a whole from the first game, the Brazil-Scotland, to the Brazil-France game in the final, but I remember parts and patches of that tournament, specific games. I definitely remember Jamaica-Japan. I definitely remember Jamaica-Croatia. I definitely remember Denmark-Nigeria. I definitely remember France-Croatia. And I definitely remember France-Brazil. Specific games I remember. But in terms of from start to finish, 2002 was the first World Cup that I appreciated. Simon, if it's Mariappa and Lowe, then behind them would be Dunkley, Liam Moore, and Holgate. I'm not quite convinced on Dunkley, to be quite honest with you. It's not looking good for McGee at UPenn. They just signed Victor Vasquez, so I don't see him breaking into the starting 11 anytime soon. He doesn't have to break into the starting 11 this season. He can get the half an hour here, start a game in the cup, get 15 minutes here, start in the cup. Nothing wrong with that. McGee's 20. Let him learn. Are we tried for Jay Clark Salta? I think he's quality. No, not on the radar. Exactly. Thank you, DJ Valento. Ravel is on board a long time. I've talked to Ravel from 2018. He's on board 110%. But you all think that footballers are robots, don't you? These are human beings just like you and I. Footballers are human beings. Do you know what that man has gone through? Look, everybody has a story. But that guy has just been through so much. I can't wait for him to be in national colours, to just put the demons of the past behind him. This guy is going to be a gem. Are Casey Palmer and Jamal Lowe on the radar? No. Simon, are you a fan of the World Cup being expanded to 48 teams? Yeah, I actually wanted the tournament to be extended more because FIFA has 205 members, right? And I think it's fair to say you want to have 25% of the world at the World Cup. So I was thinking more 64, to be honest with you. I think a 64-team World Cup is fair in terms of giving opportunities. You know, people are going to say, oh, this team is going to get battered 6 and 7 and 10 and 12. But guess what? You know, when you see those teams and they return 4 years' time, watch the difference. Watch what happens. If the World Cup didn't expand to 32 teams, who knows what might have happened to Japan? And now Japan are at 5 World Cups straight. If it didn't expand to 32 teams, we wouldn't have seen Senegal go on that incredible run to the quarterfinals in 2002. If it wasn't for 32 teams, we wouldn't see Ukraine go to the quarterfinals of the 2006 World Cup. I'm for the expansion, 100%. All right, guys, I'm going to take one more question and then head over to Instagram. All right, I'll take one more question and then head to Instagram. All right, guys. Yes, Calvin is on the radar. Long time. Winston Clark has already done the negotiations with him, and Calvin has already said that he's going to focus for the rest of 2020 on his club career to give Leeds United a strong start to the Premier League, and then he'll make up his mind in 2021. Reggae Boys fans, thanks very much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Keep up the hard work. I'll try BM. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Check out Instagram Live in another couple of minutes. And yeah, we'll keep up the communication. All right, guys? Thanks again for tuning in. And don't forget to go on Twitter as well. SimonP93 for updates. Cool.